Hi, everyone, and welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the Word of God and walk with it through our daily lives. Today's reflection comes from Matthew 5, lines 38 to 42. It states, "You have heard it said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also." I'm sure you've heard this verse before, and it's often misunderstood. So let's take a breath and think about what it really means and how we live when we feel like we've been pushed too far. We live in a world that celebrates standing up for ourselves and setting boundaries. Jesus' words feel opposite of that. But let's be clear. Jesus is not asking us to be doormats. He's inviting us to choose love instead of retaliation, strength over being spiteful. I'm sure you've been hurt by someone and possibly immediately felt the urge to get even, or maybe even just to shut down and withhold kindness. Jesus flips that idea. He asks us to offer grace instead of holding a grudge. It doesn't mean letting people harm us endlessly. It means not letting their harm change who we are. Choosing to keep our hearts soft, even when we felt wrong, takes more strength than retaliating back. A journal prompt would be, when was the last time I chose peace instead of retaliation? And how did it feel afterwards? Is there someone that I've been keeping at a distance, not out of wisdom, but out of resentment? And what would it look like today to go that extra mile for someone who's hard to love? I think this helps us continue to be people of peace, not passive, but patient, not bitter, but bold in living with grace. I think this teaches us to respond in love, even when it's the hardest. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this encouraged you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who needs a little bit of hope and maybe even a little bit of help turning the other cheek. Until next time, I hope you continue to hear God's whispers.